What's up, guys? It's Bernadette here with Frank151, and we are here with Barely Legal Collective, aka Barely Legal. What's up? If you don't know, you're about to know.
My name is Chowder.
I'm Kid Dre.
I'm Miguel Morales.
I'm Joe, and we are pretty much the artists of Barely Legal.
I just want to say, honestly, all your guys' songs hits. You know, like sometimes there's like musicians that you hear, and when you hear their music, it's like, okay, there's like one hit or something like that. Like every song of your guys's, I could play on repeat. So
Yeah. We appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So tell us like how you guys got together. Like what was the beginning of, you know, your collective?
We all pretty much met at different times. Like bands knew Joe before I knew Joe. I knew Miguel before Miguel knew bands and Joe. So it's like we all just kind of met in the middle at some point in time. We were all doing stuff that we didn't really want to do with our lives. Like I was about to go in the military. Some of us were in college, some of us were in high school, some of us were still like getting out into college. So we knew that we all like music. So then, you know, when you have like a certain type of mindset, you attract certain people. So me and Bands, him and I, we met at church, and he was making music already in high school, the same high school that Joe went to. And Joe and him started making music together. Bands brought me along, and I was like, yo, I want to make music. And we had a little conversation where we were talking about how a lot of people, a lot of our peers who also make music, a lot of the reason why they don't like excel past a certain point is because they have this, they can't share the plate mentality. Like they're like, oh, I have to be the only person that make it. I don't want to work with other people. I'm just going to start random beef with other people. So we're like, we don't want to do that. So we brought up the idea of starting a collective. Let's actually start like motivating each other, helping each other to be an artist, as so to say. And then eventually Miguel got brought along through our manager, Lath. Lath was already managing Miguel. And we knew that one of the things we wanted to practice in our collective was diversity. We didn't want to just be three rappers. We wanted to add something else to it. So then that's when Miguel comes along and he adds that, so to say, flavor to the collective that us three couldn't do. So yeah, that's how we all met. And then we all met at a Popeyes. That's where we all officially met. Not a Popeyes, my fault. Zaxby's. That's where we met, a Zaxby's.
Okay, so I am just not too familiar with
Zaxby's?
Yeah.
Like where are you from?
In California.
Heard.
Okay.
I'm from LA.
You guys have like Raising Cane's or like Bojangles or anything like that?
Yeah.
Same exact concept. Literally
Okay.
just like Southern. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Florida version.
You guys are from Tampa, right?
Yeah, but Florida, 813, born and raised.
Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah, I was out there so long ago, but I loved it out there. I mean, I was looking around and I was like, where's all the mountains? But, you know, I'm just used to
You got beaches and palm trees. That's what you got in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Are you guys by the beach, right? Tampa is by the beach.
Kind of.
Everything's like 30 minutes away from each other. So you can like drive like 30, 20 minutes and get to a beach.
Any beach, really. Yeah. There's a lot of beaches around us, but not like near us.
Yeah, there's no Tampa Beach.
Yeah.
You gotta go somewhere from Tampa to go to the beach. But it's only like 30 minutes, like they said.
So when you guys did get together and stuff, was it kind of like a job interview? Like, how did that work out to be like, all right, we meshed together?
I would say it would be like making like a fruit smoothie or something like that. Like we just threw a bunch of shit together and then like it worked. Like we didn't think it was gonna work, but it ended up working. Like I don't think we really came into this with like any specific we had intentions of being diverse, but we didn't really have any specific intentions or goals. Everything just kind of manifested itself as we threw shit at the wall and tried to figure out like the duos, who can work together, who can do what on what. And the more that we like found that shit out, the more stuff just kind of like came together.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's up?
What's your favorite song? Or what are some of your favorite songs? Like off the top of your head, when you're like, oh, hey, it's like, what is one? You don't even have to know the name of it. If you could just say a line or anything like that, like, I just want to know for my own survey, what's one of your favorite songs?
Dude, the hardest thing about that is that for me, I feel like music is kind of like food, right? Like you crave like one song one day and then crave another song a different day, right? So I feel like with your guys' music, I feel it's like a hybrid of so many different genres. I don't know. I mean, I can't, there's flavor is great too. I'm, a huge NERD fan. So
If you're a huge NERD fan, then you like our music.
yeah. I mean, I love all music, but then again, it's like, even when you love all music, doesn't mean you're gonna like every band that plays in that genre, right? But you guys hit it like, with everything. So with the music though, when you guys are making it and producing it, how do you guys work on that?
I would say it happens pretty naturally. It really just depends on whoever has the idea and whoever sparks it, and whoever wants to hop on it initially just hops on it. And we don't really think about it. It just happens. Like we're in some sort of like flow state.
So is it like, do you guys come up with like the melodies, like lyrics coming first? Because, some people, when they make music, they'll be like, okay, this is kind of the beat they're going for, and then they bring it to producers. Or, sometimes people are producing their own songs. What's your guys' process in regards to that?
Actually, I feel like that's one of the biggest things we're learning right now is the fact that we try to very early on stamp some type of process that we could just repeat to get these results. But we're really realizing that being an artist is such a blessing because you can't control the results. You can only control the passion you put into failing or succeeding. So right now, I would really genuinely say every single session, every single day we link up, it's different. One day we link up, Dre felt a way and he wrote it down in his notebook. Now we started with words, built a whole song. Or the next day we get sent like a beat pack full of beats. We go through beats. Or one day he might find a beat, say, hey, let's all do a song. So it's just so many ways to get to it. And I feel like that's just the biggest thing we're trying to show other artists, which is why our music sounds like that.
This is your guys' third Rolling Loud, right? You guys did Miami, New York. Is this your first time in LA?
Yeah, this is everybody's first time in just California, really.
Yeah. How are you guys liking it so far? I know you've only been here for a couple hours, but what are you guys looking forward to or most excited about?
Why the hell is it so cold right now? Like, why? We came here expecting it to be like Florida Part 2, and
We
it's over
left
here freezing.
Yes, right. Yes. Left the hot thinking it was going to be hot. And we were like, okay, Florida, California, that's perfect. It is cold. It's freezing cold. I have 2 jackets on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, the one thing that I could say about California that I love about it, is that it's the one place that you could surf, snowboard, and skate in one day, so.
It's all around the experience. You got everything you need here. You experience, let's say you experience the seasons, so to say. Like you can actually say, oh, this is summer. You can feel the spring, you can feel winter. Well, Florida, you just feel summer.
Yeah,
summer.
Okay, nothing else.
Never gets cold there?
It gets cold, but like a week, like we can have a week of like really cold weather, but I mean really cold. I'm talking about like 60, 70.
Don't even get lower than that.
It
It could. But then after a week, it'll just be hot as fuck. Like, no, there's no like middle. It's just very cold, very hot, very cold, very hot, very cold, very hot, and then it's just hot.
You know what else is some bullshit? What'll happen is it'll be hot in the morning,
Yes.
cold at night.
Yeah.
But recently, it's been cold in the morning and hot at night. So California was supposed to be my solution, but I'm over here freezing now. So.
God, this is
But now I'm really excited to perform. I feel like we were kind of familiar with the energy that Florida has. So doing Miami Rolling Loud was fun, but not too much of a shocker. Everybody was outside, which was what we expected in Miami, Florida. But we went to New York, very much caught us off guard because we never performed for New York at that magnitude. And I feel like it's the same thing. I don't even know anybody from LA, so I don't even know how y'all act. Now I'm gonna perform for y'all. So I really just want to see how everybody feels about us.
There's a lot that you guys offer. I mean, not even just music wise, like your personalities, even with your sketches and stuff. So I feel like there's a lot that you guys are, as artists, creatives are doing,
So that means a lot. Like, thank you for that. That means a lot.
Yeah, of course. One other question I have too is who's directing your music videos?
With well, to answer the first question that you asked about like other roles or like things that we want to do, like I know I can speak for like maybe Miguel, like acting is something that we want to take very seriously. I really like writing the scripts for a lot of our skits. Music videos, if I can't get my hands on it, I like planning it down, storyboard, writing a treatment, getting like a prop list and everything like that. Like I really take passion in that. But who really is like a big mastermind behind it is Apollo Lava, who's our photographer, videographer. Like a lot of the things that we've done that we shot visually was shot by him. He's a mastermind. I think he's 19. I think he just turned 19. No, he just turned 20. Super talented guy. We met him very early on, like pre-Barely Legal days, and he shot a bunch of our stuff. He concepts everything. He has like a whole journal of like different concepts, storyboards that he write that some might not even see the light of day, but it's pretty cool. Like our skits, we just take a lot of pride in because like with Bare Legal Collective, we don't want it to just be like we are primarily a music collective, but we're just all facets, just media in general. So like you said, like our personalities, the best way to really show that is with the content that we come out with. So, you know, music is one thing, but that's like very subjective. Like you can hear a lyric and you can think completely something else. But with skits, I feel like it's more, I'm painting a more direct image for you so you can see how we think. Whether it be a serious skit or like a very funny skit or whatever, just any type of video or skit is like something, it's like having like an entree to the appetizer, so to say. Like watch the skits before you listen to the music. So you have a better idea of what we're trying to say within our music.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So wait, is Apollo then, I know that there's 8, right, in the collective. So it's the 4 artists, music artists, the 4 of you guys, and then there's 4 other people, right? So is Apollo part of the collective?
We collaborate with, but like, you know, he's our brother. So like, regardless, we consider him a part of our
Yeah,
family.
everywhere we go, he goes.
Okay,
Pretty
nice.
much. He's like a collaborator. Like Vince Staples to Odd Future, so to say. Like he was very tight with him, but he wasn't in Odd Future.
Are you guys fans of Odd Future?
Oh yeah.
I dabble in it every now and then.
I feel like that's a big thing, bro. I feel like we just want to really reflect the times. I feel like the reason we grew up like liking what we like is because it just feel like it captured a moment. And so when we grew up, it was like, oh, I remember this moment. It's like we show that in the studio. So like even with them acting or modeling or doing clothing or anything, just doing art that reflects the people that feel like us that also support us, you know?
You know, the first time I heard, not Goblin, but can't think of the music video, the first Tyler, the Creator.
Goblin? Oh, I know Yonkers.
Yes, yeah. I remember, you know, a friend telling me about that and watching it and being like, this kid is about to blow up, you know? And then Odd Future, I knew was about to blow up. And that's kind of, you know, the feeling I'm feeling for you guys. So I'm just like wanting to put it out there for you guys. I mean, you guys are already probably getting that from a lot of people, yeah?
Every now and then, yeah, you know, here and there. You know, once we can quit our jobs, then we can say like, yeah, we're feeling it.
We still appreciate you, baby.
We still appreciate the kind responses though.
Babe.
It shows us that we're doing something right.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of helps. Like moments like this where like people actually take time to listen to us and like watch our stuff. They're kind of like, oh, okay, we're not doing this for nothing, so to say.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's one thing I feel I admire about you guys is that you guys seem to be super driven, right? You guys are just working for it, not waiting for it to be handed to you guys, which is great because it seems like, you know, that's how your collective started, was that you guys were already artists.
Kind of where we come from, we kind of, I would say we like had to do that.
Yeah.
Like, there's not really a lot of people that like we could collaborate with or we're willing to. So it's like, fuck it, let's create a one-stop shop media, like basically outlet that we all can use and work with each other with.
Anything that we didn't know how to do, we learned ourselves because nobody would want to work with us because they thought we were just kids and like didn't have experience because of our young age and our not having any experience working on music and stuff like that.
And the name Barely Legal.
And the name Barely Legal.
But But honestly, I feel like at the time that shit used to make us mad. But now I'm so grateful for it because I feel like even people being able to enjoy our content because the people that's working on it, it's like all genuine. Like we not doing nothing but showing people that you should work with your friends and not work with strangers. So that's why it sound or why it feels so that because it is that when we hang up, we finna chill, because it's just we're gangly, family.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that's great too, because I feel like once you are like basically creating things without the corporate side, I guess you would say, right? It's like you have the freedom to do the creative things that you want to do, and they won't box you in to be like, okay, well, actually, let's sell you like this. You know what I mean? Like you get to make your own personalities, bring who you guys are instead of what they want to commercialize.
It ain't about selling nothing. It ain't about making it no more. It's just about if we really doing what the purpose is, the mission. You know what I mean? If we were just trying to make it, we rinse and repeat, and you probably wouldn't be interested to interview us. But
Yeah.
the fact that we're unique is just not us trying to be unique. It's just us genuinely trying to follow through on the mission, really speak for people that's not being heard.
And doing it because you're passionate about it and not for any other reason, right? Yeah.
That's us.
Hey man, I feel like we're coming to some revelations here. Like this is some real like deep shit.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
be a guru on the side too, if you,
I feel close to
you know.
that.
I feel like we really don't ever like talk about it like this, but it's good to be able to.
Nah, for real. For real, bro. Because we be getting to it or like stressing if we're getting to it or trying to figure out if we've gotten to it or where the heck we even at or if we're even alive.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, I think that's always going to be a question though, of as humans, we're always like, are we satisfied? We'll never be satisfied. We'll always be questioning ourselves and where we are in life, right? So, I mean, another question I have too is, when did you guys know that you wanted to pursue music? Like, how long have you guys been performers or, playing music, writing lyrics, singing?
I would say for me, I would say all my life, really. Even when I got into like elementary school, I was just always singing as a little kid. And really like, I really do it for performing. Like that's really like my main thing, I would say. Like I'm a performer and like, I love to perform. Like that is really me on stage when I perform. Like that's I'm giving people my all, I'm giving people my energy when I perform. So that's really how I feel about that.
For me personally, I feel like it was like later on in life. Like I didn't really get a chance to listen to music other than like gospel or like old R&B music until I was like in middle school when I got an iPod and I was able to actually like go on the internet and like figure out my own type of music. But like I feel like it's always something that maybe I didn't want to do, but like it was easy for me to do, like performing on a stage at like a church choir concert or something. I never had nerves for it, or like all county drums or all county fucking orchestra. I never had a problem doing any of that. So it's weird how that kind of manifested into this, because like I never thought about it like again, like we are now.
yeah, and to piggyback off him, I came from that same type of atmosphere. Like I was just a youngin' that was like my dad was the pastor. So like whenever we do like just any type of coordinated play or music or anything, I'm the guy. And then on top of that, at like elementary, you got plays and stuff. I was always in the plays trying to get the main role. Anytime we did like a Michael Jackson tribute, I wanted to be Michael Jackson. I never really knew what I was going to be, but I just really, really wanted to be that guy. As I got older, I just ended up being here. And I followed the crowd that made me feel accepted. So now I'm with these guys.
I would say it's a mixture of all three. Like for me, it was later on, but like Miguel said, like I knew I wanted to be a performer. Like I always performed. Back to what Vance was saying, like in church, like I used to be in like a dance, like a kids dance team in church where I would like do little like dances in front of everybody. But like I knew that music was something that I wanted to do until like I didn't know until like middle school. But I knew I wanted to do something within the arts. But then once I actually started like linking up and meeting people who actually did music, like this man right over here, he was doing stuff that I wanted to do when I was in high school. Like he was making music. What did you drive Alphabet Soup? Freshman, sophomore year?
My sophomore year.
He was in sophomore year of high school and I already graduated. Like he was dropping music. I was like, damn, I wish I did that shit. Like I wish I had the confidence to do that shit. So that's when I saw him doing it, that's when I knew like, oh, anybody, like I could do it as well. Like he's doing it, I could do it. It's just about really just being comfortable within yourself and just saying, you know, fuck it. No 3, 2, 1, just go right off, go.
Yeah.
You know.
Sweet. So
Yeah.
thank you guys so much for this. Super excited. If you guys want to let us know what your social media is.
You can follow us on Instagram at BL Collective Official. You can follow us on Twitter at Fuck Barely Legal, on TikTok at BLL Collective Official. Personally, you can find me on all social medias at Pimple Face Punk.
You can find me on all social medias as Nappy Daddy.
At the Miguel Morales, 2 S's.
You can find me at Ho It's Joe, and there's no E in Ho or Joe,
Because it's Tank, never on.
because my tank is always on.
Well, thank you guys so much again. We are super excited for you guys to watch you guys perform at Rolling Loud. And yeah, we'll see you guys then. Thanks again.
Thank you.